Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into Martell Holt and what is going on currently in his life, what the situation is about, what energy he's in, all that good stuff. So yeah, go ahead and like the video. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, that you have your notification bells on, and let's vibe. So today we're going to vibe. It's Saturday night. I've been caught up for the last couple days. I've been so goddamn busy. I'm actually gonna roll out a new product. Oh my god, and I'm so excited about it, you guys, because I've been using it and this might be my greatest invention yet. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's amazing. So anyway, so I've been working on that. And then yeah, I've been meaning to hop on the cards. I've been catching up on my personal readings, but I've been meaning to do this reading. I did one on him maybe like a few days ago, 4 days ago or so, but I haven't even posted it. And I'm like, I waited so long to post it. I don't know if the energy has changed or shifted, but I may just post it just for entertainment value. But something told me to pull a new spread, you know what I mean, and not rely on the old one that I already did. So that's where we're at with it. I need you guys to smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I think I already said that, but anyways, so let's jump right in. So the reading is opening up with Martell coming in as the magician. Okay. The magician. And we have that clarified, or coupled with, should I say, the Page of Cups as well as the 10 of Pentacles. So Martell is he's in a mind frame of having pulled something off. I don't know if it was some great heist. It could be something with a family matter. I saw a headline or something with the girl Arionne saying, I think she said she had a revenge baby, I want to say. I'm like, girl, like, what way is that to disrespect your whole child, number one? But number two, that comment was not for Melody. That comment was for Martell. Remember I told you guys they weren't together, and that he's been saying a little series of like smart mouth shit to her. Again, I think he's seeing somebody else, but also I think he just has contempt for her, or just doesn't want to be with her. So he's been, and I told you so, the way her game works is that she likes to toy with his mind or toy with his imagination, and it works perfectly on him because he does have like this narcissistic energy, right? His energy towards her, or maybe even women in general, is that he watches them. I want to say, like, he doesn't want them to necessarily move on, but he doesn't want them to move on because he doesn't want to be like mortified, right? So, you know, this narcissistic abuse coach, he calls it mortification. It's basically like, if a narcissist has somebody that they're dealing with, and then a person publicly comes out with another nigga, or publicly gets pregnant by another nigga, or, you know, does something where everybody can see, like, you know, narcissists, they don't even really care about you fucking other people. They just don't. A lot of them prefer if you do, because they become unattracted to you in the first place, and a lot of them don't even really give up a lot of sex like that after they have you hooked. Now, in the beginning, yeah, you probably getting thrown against some chandeliers, but that energy is not going to be kept up. So those flames, they go out real quick, right? So, but they kind of want you to move on. They kind of want you to find somebody else, but they don't want to be like mortified, you know what I mean? So if they were dealing with somebody, you know what I mean, and then that person, if that person is unattractive, attractive, broke, poor, whatever, but that person is able to move on from them, and then they come out with like another guy or another pregnancy, then that will deeply hurt the narcissist, but not because they're so in love or engrossed in a person, but because they're mortified, right? So they experience this, right, out of their control at least once, and then they go about trying to make sure that never happens. Now, I've intuitively discovered that this is actually one of the reasons for hoovering. And hoovering is them kind of like staying in your peripheral. You know what I mean? You feel them in your peripheral vision of your spirit. You feel them lurking around every corner. You feel them watching you, whether figuratively or literally. You just feel them. You know what I mean? and they don't let you go. But the reason why is because they fear being mortified by you, and they feel like as long as they're present in your energy, liking your pictures, following your socials, texting you, keeping in contact with your family, then you will have the conscience or won't have the nerve to come out publicly with another nigga or choose another nigga or something like that, right? So what Martell, he does is he hoovers her. And what that means is that if he feels that she's, not on his dick the way he wants her to be, or he don't be around her that much. He does not be around her that much, but he makes sure that he's around enough for her to not publicly move on from him, right? So that's his hoovering. Now, what she does is, the way that she maintains control over him is that she tries to do things to take him off the tid, or to take him down off his ego or whatever, right? So she made this statement about the baby being a revenge baby, to get revenge against Melody, not because it had anything to do with Melody, but because she wanted to make Martell think that she's not interested in him, or sprung off of him, or chasing him, or available to him, or like he's all that, or he's so all important to her. So that's why she made the comment. Now, also, there was some type of interaction that they had where he pushed her to admit something about this child. Now, I don't know if the admission was about the child actually being the revenge baby, and so because he feels like he pulled something off. Now, did he pull off that she didn't really love him and that she had the baby, or like she said, she had the baby for just revenge, which I don't necessarily think she did. Some women, you get pregnant by other women at the same time, and some women just feel like, well, why shouldn't my baby live and her baby get to live? They don't, whether or not they want that kid or not, they just, it's just a matter of, why should I? Even though it may be something that they want or something that's in their best interest, that devil energy, and I do have the devil here, it creeps in, and people do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. So he been feeling like her act towards him is an act. Her act of like, being all in love or whatever her act is. He been feeling like that's bullshit, because I ain't never gave you nothing to love. You know what I mean? Real talk. And Martell, he's like in this period like where he's running from her, but this is something that he does because that's how he ran into her. She was like, him and Melody was like having problems, right? They was having a lot of problems, right? And Arionne was like a person that he would see during him and Melody's like off problems, right? But he was never dialed in or tapped into that relationship, right? It's just that him and Melody's relationship had deteriorated so much that literally nothing was working. You know what I mean? Nothing was working. And they could have tried a number of things. You know what I mean? But what it is as a woman, some of us are just afraid, I don't know, for whatever reason, to let a cheater go. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's religion that tells you, forgive somebody 7 times 7. For me, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Because I know that I'll never look at you the same. I make all my investments up front. So I don't have anything left to give. So if you took anything that I gave and you decided that it wasn't worth you protecting or preserving and you cheated on me, we literally don't have nowhere else to go from there, because I already gave you everything I have and you didn't appreciate it. So that's that. You know what I mean? In addition, I'm not going to degrade myself as a woman by living a life of untrust or managing a nigga, babysitting a nigga. I don't have time for that, right? However, a lot of women will carry this attitude, but they'll still stay. And then even though they are totally turned off, right? Because who can be attracted to disrespect and disloyalty? Not me. Who can be attracted to emotional abuse? Not me, right? Those are all extensions of cheating. But anyway, so sometimes we stay, but then you resent that person, or you inside just really don't fuck with that person, even though you're carrying on for your kids, for your business, whatever it is. That marriages are very complicated, right? You can't always walk away, but you goalpost move. So you don't even allow that person to please you, even though you're pretending that you can be pleased, or that we are working past this. You're not working past anything. You're working past keeping this nigga on his knees, and every time he proves himself in one way, you invent another way for you to be unhappy. So he proves himself in that way, and you put him on a perpetual wheel, right, of unhappiness as restitution, right, for his ill wishes or ill deeds. But in the process, you both end up unhappy. You're wasting your time managing his bad behavior, or issuing his punishment and consequences, and he's wasting his time on a rabbit wheel, right? That's pretty much what was going on with him and Melody, according to this spread, is that their relationship, he did something to cross her, and she could never be pleased by him after that, right? So he felt like he was trying to do things to like redeem himself, and was working, and he was literally putting in the effort. But at some point he felt like the effort was in vain. But before he left the relationship with them, before he felt like the efforts were in vain, at the time he felt like it was in vain, he was trying to see some other people. Now, I came up with this slogan called "He fucked her with my love," right? And that's basically how he ended up with this bond with Arionne. So again, he was making efforts to redeem himself, or reparations towards Melody, right? It wasn't working out. So he would get stressed out, and he went and tried to recreate his relationship, but his relationship was broken. His heart was already broken, right? But he tried to take the love that he was trying to give to Melody to redeem himself, right? He was trying to take the love he was trying to give to her to get her to get back with him, or love him again, or see him. Basically, I feel like he wanted him to see her in those same starry eyes that he once saw her. But the thing is, with the Seven of Cups clarifying this Eight of Cups, the starry eyes that she saw for him in the first place, they was never real. You know what I mean? So if anything, what he did when he violated her was he shattered her dreams and hopes and illusions about her vision for the future, which included marriage, business partnerships, family, Ten of Pentacles, legacy, wealth. That was always her vision. And the illusion was that she could create that with him, or make him into that. And with this Magician, for a while he was pulling it off, but I feel like he's still approaching the rest of his life as well with this pulling it off energy. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to pull it off. But remember, we talked about in his other spreads how he didn't necessarily have like an identity for himself. And so when I'm looking at this pulling it off energy, I'm also thinking in my head like, you know, you want some talented Mr. Ripley type shit. You know what I mean? Like you'll basically slide into any role in any position, and as long as you can get people to buy it, then you're gonna go until you can't go no more, and then you're gonna run, right? Because I got the Knight of Wands here, right? Now, okay, so like I was saying, so he was trying to like, he loved Melody. He was in love with Melody. I told you guys that before. Not only that, he was very codependent on her. I have the Lovers and the Devil card here. I have both of those energies in me. You know what I mean? The Lovers and the Devil are pretty much two sides of the same coin. It's like vice or virtue, right? So he was very hooked. He was hooked on Melody. But he fucked up, right? And he knew he did. He knew he made a mistake right off the bat. It's just that he could never come back from that. Like Melody, she's the type of person where she forgives a lot of things. But it's a lot of things that she don't forgive, but she approaches the things that she don't forgive with the same attitude that she approaches the thing that she did forgive, which is fake. So she can give off the impression that she's over something, or she forgives something, or she's past something, when really she's not, right? It's just the way that she's learned how to move on from things, right? Otherwise, she is the type of person that can like emotionally drown and get kind of stuck, right? So he gave up, right? So he goes and Arionne is not the only one. I told y'all there's been more, right? So he goes and he tries to recreate the love that he has for Melody with this new woman as a form of like a tantrum or resentment, right? That's why I say he fucked her with my love. So he took all the love, the care that was being rejected by Melody, and he went and he facilitated a facade. The moon card, lovers in reverse, the Knight of Wands. He facilitated a fake relationship with this Arionne chick, and he used emotions, he used feminine energy, because Melody put him in a feminine energy, because he was like, I don't want to say thirsty for her, because how can you be thirsty for your wife, but he was so weak and broken from trying to get her back, like in the mind, in the heart space, you know what I mean? He couldn't get her, he couldn't open back up her heart, but he had like all this love inside of him, right, for her, and he took it and gave her love to this chick Arionne, which was false. So then she sexually attached to the love that he had for Melody. You know what it reminds me of? It's like that movie. Have you guys seen My Best Friend Wedding? And it was like a point in the movie where the dude, Hugh Grant, he was telling, he was talking to the best friend, right? And he was like, okay, you're chasing Calvin, or he's like, Calvin's chasing Sarah, and you're chasing Calvin, right? This is what he's telling her. And then he says, but who's chasing you, right? So Martell is chasing Melody. Now, believe it or not, all the fucking fucked up shit he does to her, that's him chasing her. That's exactly what it is. It's him chasing her. It's love taps, right? Listen, I'm not promoting it. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just telling y'all what it is according to this spread, right? So he's chasing her with all this diabolical shit that he's doing, keeping her tied up, won't let her go, right? Hoovering, right? Then Arionne is chasing him. Every time she feels like he's getting away from her, then she comes with her little emotional bullshit. Now, the thing is with her is she thinks that antagonizing, what's her name? Melody is what Martell wants. Because Martell was so hurt that he was talking bad about Melody to Arionne. But Arionne didn't realize that he was doing this because he was in love with her and he couldn't get his way with her. She was thinking that he really hated her. You know what I mean? Which that's the aspirations of a side chick. I ain't gonna even call it naive. It's just hopes and dreams with this seven of cups here in reverse, right? The bottom line is that he talking shit about her because he love her. You never talked about bad because you don't exist to him in that way. You know what I mean? So just because he won't come out here and bash you doesn't mean he loves you or respects you. It means that your shit ain't hitting on nothing, right? So the one that they love, they go to the other broad and they talk shit about her because they want something from her that they can't get. So Arionne and her feeble mind thought that by her also swinging on Melody, that this was her way of winning points and building solidarity with Martell, not knowing that he was only doing this because he was chasing Melody. You see what I'm saying? So he ended up and he created this bond with this girl, but the girl is in love with his love for Melody. It's a fucked up situation, I know, but she's not in love with the actual Martell. She's in love with the strength of his love for Melody. Now, I don't think she noticed per se, right? He's coming in as a Knight of Wands. Martell has been trying to run away from Arionne. I told y'all that because not only does he deal with another woman, he's been trying to get away from her, but he's trying to also run back towards the past. Now, Martell is living with this moon card and this Eight of Cups. There's a bit of delusion about him because he still feels like he feels that he can get Melody back. He feels that he can pull this off, like I said. He feels like he can manifest a new beginning. He feels like his kids are going to be the pathway to him and Melody getting back together. He has this Knight of Wands. He's not a king yet. He's still very underdeveloped and fucked up mentally. But he has this impulsive drive to go back to the past. He wants to travel back to the past and he wants to try again. He wants to try again. But like I said, he's dating a whole entirely different person, right? Not that he's in love with this person. He tried to build a relationship with that person. I seen it in the I seen it in the spreads a couple spreads ago, but the lady was coming up in reverse herself. So I think that she was too much of a pushover for him, maybe, because she had the Queen of Cups in reverse. And Martell is attracted to strong women, believe it or not. And I don't know, maybe it's because he needs protection or something, or thinks he needs some emotional protection, but he gets off on strong women, or even intellectual women. And this woman was more, I don't even know if she was like, I don't want to say, she was just like not, she was not for him, you know what I mean? I think he felt tender towards her, affectionate towards her, because she's soft and gentle, and he likes that too, but he likes rough women. He likes to ride rough, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, right? Now, so he feels like he created this war with Melody, and he the King of Swords is here, right? So he kind of has like, he has like this intellectual understanding, so he thinks of what it takes to get back to her. You know what I mean? And he wants to compliment her. He wants to tell her how he sees both sides of her. How, you know, like, not to say he's enlightened or something, but he wants to talk a new game. He feels like at the time he was trying to get back with her, he missed the mark, and now he feels like he found the mark, and he wants to go try to re-impress her with the mark. You know what I mean? He think he figured it out, right? That's why the Magician is here with the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Now, also, I told y'all a few spreads ago that he was doing something shady in business. Now, this is figuring in this spread too. He definitely pulled something off on somebody. Even in this spread, he's coming off as having gotten over on somebody. Like, he came up with like some type of money making scheme or idea, and it's like some business enterprise or something, and he feels like he pulled it off. Now, I don't know if he did pull it off or not, because the Eight of Swords is here, and the Eight of Swords is here in reverse, clarified by that Ace of Wands energy, which is like that business enterprise or something like that. But the reverse Eight of Swords is saying like, okay, you got over on something with some business shit, but and again, it could be real estate, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here, right? That's real estate. But this is saying that you did something and you got away with a little bit, but he's like keeping going, and the situation is about to get worse. So something difficult is approaching, where he needs to get his affairs together, run the numbers right. It may even have to do with like taxes or his insurance. Like, I don't know if it's errors and omissions. I forgot. We have it in real estate, because I had a real estate license back in the day. I know I'd be sounding like a Jamaican with all the shit I'd be doing, right? But I think it was called errors and omissions or something. But it's like some type of insurance that you carry in case you make some type of like error or something like that, or something. I don't know, something weird like that. He needs to get some of that, because something is going on with that. Like, there's some type of legal situation where he about to get caught up on either some insurance shit or some tax shit or something like that, right? And he needs to use his head, because like I said, he got away with that first little round, but now this shit is about to amp up on him. You know what I mean? So there's some unexpected shit coming down the pipe, and he needs to prepare for an emergency, because I don't know if it's going to be like an audit or something like that, but I feel almost like his business, he did some type of like, I don't want to say get rich scheme, but he, like I said, he pulled off some type of heist. So, or at least somebody feels that way, and they about to hit that, and it's about to be legal, and like I said, it's about to get worse, right? Now I don't even know if this is the motivation for him trying to run back to Melody. I don't know if he's looking for, because there's an attorney over here. I don't know if he's looking for an attorney recommendation, or if he's gonna try to like maybe even like play up to her by consulting her legally and trying to get some legal advice, because believe it or not, you guys, they do talk. I mean, the Eight of Wands is here, they talk. And I don't know if he's gonna try to like have a conversation with her about what's going on and ask for an attorney recommendation or something like that. But I feel like he's gonna be reaching out to her, whatever, for help with that situation, right? Arionne is the last of his concern. Like I said, he doesn't see her that much in the first place. He just doesn't, you know. Now, the near future though, this devil card is still here. So he's trapped by something. There are several cards here about kids. I have the Page of Cups. I have the Page of Swords in reverse. I have the Sun card in reverse. I have the Six of Cups in reverse. There's something about kids. Now, initially, when I was looking at the spread, and it was talking about he pulled off some type of secret too. Like I said, that secret could have been her motivation for having a baby by him. But I feel like he's also starting to press her about whether or not that other child is his. I know somebody said in the comment section was like, he said on Tasha K, he's accepting that as his kid, and if it ain't his kid, he don't want to know, whatever. I maybe, but right now he is questioning whether or not that's his kid, or he might be like pushing up on her to question that. And it could have been in light of the comment she made about having a baby out of revenge. He may be thinking like, well, what else did you do out of revenge? Did you pin the baby on me in the first place out of revenge? You know, like something like that. So she thought she was being like a smart ass, but he thought she was revealing parts of her character that he wasn't really like fucking with. Like I said, it's weird with Martell because he be having these random attacks of morality, and in his mind, the way he perceives the world, he feels like he's the realest and illest nigga that ever walked the streets of London. Like he feels that he's self-righteous, and he feels like he has integrity and he has honesty. Now maybe he possibly could feel that way because he slings shit in your face and doesn't stuff it under your door handles. You know what I mean? It's all about perception and how you look at things. But all I can tell you is that he feels that he is the only right person around. I mean, it's funny that anybody thinks that way, not just him. But anyways, let me stop laughing, right? So, hold on. So anyways, there's a situation where he feels trapped. I don't know if this is in regards to his relationship. I think it is because the Knight of Cups is here. I feel like he feels trapped because he wants to move on and he wants to offer his love, or I'm looking at the Knight of Cups and the Fool card. He wants to start over. But like I told y'all, I feel like he was trying to start over with Melody. It's weird. He literally believes he can do that. But he feels trapped in this situation. So it could be that maybe he's like wishing and hoping or praying that this kid isn't his. I feel like he almost feels that if the kid is not his, then he can find a way to like mitigate this whole situation. But deep inside, he probably knows the kid is his, but he wishes that it wasn't. But with this Justice card in reverse over here, I almost take it as a karmic baby. I don't have anything negative to say about the kid, but I'm saying that the kid could be a product of karma, meaning that because of what you did, you have this lifelong representation of your error. You know what I mean? And as long as he's there, what's attached to the legacy of that child is what it created. You know what I mean? The ricochet of events or something like that, right? And it's like catastrophic, right? Catastrophic. So I feel like that's playing a part of it. But he feels trapped by the fact that the child exists. Because he feels like that's keeping him from being able to go back. He actually wants to propose. Like I said, I believe that he's trying to go backwards to propose to the past. But with this Fool card, he also, there's something, he wants to get remarried in the future or something. And maybe he feels like having multiple baby mamas is a big deal. I don't know. There's something he's considering surrounding the prospect of children where he feels trapped to have a new start. And in his new start, he actually wants to propose to somebody. He wants to start over. He wants to redo these things. And I feel, I mean, he's coming in the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. Like, I really, honestly, you guys, I know y'all gonna go crazy, but he wants to marry Melody. Oh, I can just hear y'all now. He wants to marry Melody again, and he feels like this baby, this baby that he created out of his love for Melody. Oh my God, how does that sound? He feels like that's in the way. You know what I mean? There's also the baby, the last baby or whatever, that Melody had, that is his favorite child. That whatever the last little baby that he has, that's his closest child, right? Okay, anyway, so he feels trapped, right? Now he is trying to figure out how to get out of like what he feels is restricting him, because he feels like he's always been able to like scheme with this magician card and get himself out of shit, and he feels like this situation is like got him like tied the fuck up, right? And he feels stuck. But again, I feel like the situation is coming to show him that he needs to try to do some more critical thinking, outside the box thinking. He's giving me one trick pony, and that's the issue as well. But because of what he wants so bad, I feel like he's gonna try. But I also feel like I said, the smallest kid that they have, that's his favorite child, and I feel like he's gonna start, like, I don't want to say kissing the ass of the child, because that sounds weird, but I feel like he's going to not utilize the child, but he's gonna do something with that child where he feels like that child may be the key to him getting back the mother, if that makes any sense. I know that sounds weird, but or maybe that's Melody's favorite child, but it's the zero child. I said fool. It's the babyest child. It's the youngest child, right? And I feel like there's something, I'm gonna call the plan like diabolical, but there's something where he wants to, I don't know. I feel like he wants, in my opinion, I feel like he's going to be like trying to get this child to help him. It's funny because why would you like try to get a child to help you? But I don't know if the child is like charismatic, or there's something very bright or sweet about the child. You know what I mean? And he feels like, I don't know if the child is like one of those like America's sweetheart babies or something like that, but he feels like the child is his gateway back, right? What he wants to do is he wants to change his environment and bring in more security, but his security was always in trying to take over the world with Melody. And you know what? Remember when I did her spread and I talked about the chords and the linking? This nigga, it's him. He's holding on. He's holding on to, he's hard to change because he's still holding on to this vision of them side by side, taking over the world together, even through all that he's done. He feels like she should know that he did all this as love taps. Remember in school they try to tell you when a boy beats you up it's because he like you, you know what I mean? And now women these days are like, stop telling people to take that as love. I mean, and I'm against it too. I'm against the romanticization of pain, but niggas are stupid, and yeah, they do hurt people that they love. You know what I mean? Like I had this nigga, what was this? Not even 2 months ago, and he was like, maybe I should be mean to you to show you how much I like you. And I'm like, nigga, that's not gonna show me a bitch ass thing, because I don't fuck with mean niggas. You know what I mean? The minute a nigga starts getting like out of mean and disrespectful towards me, no, I'm out, because I don't like that shit. I like nice guys. I like my ass kissed, not in like a servant type of way, but shit, almost, you know what I mean? Like I like men that adore me and want to see me happy, and if you sit up there mean and shit, like, oh no, that's gonna turn me off all the way. And then to think that is gonna be a way for me to say, oh, that nigga just like me. I'm like, nigga, do I look like an Aries to you? You need to go get you an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, because them bitches is sharp enough to know that you must like them. They either sharp enough to know or conceited enough to know that anybody being mean to them is because you like them. That's just how fire signs think. I'm not a fire sign, though. I don't even... My North Node is a fire sign, but I'm just trying to say that, no, I don't think like that. I think security, safety, provisions, provide for me, love me, protect me, fuck me, never leave my side, tell me the truth. That's how I think. I don't think about all these dumbass games. Like, I just don't. My mind, I'll get confused by that. And if I get confused, I'll spend a few days trying to figure it out. And if I'm like, okay, you fucking up my money, you got me stressed out, got an attitude in front of my kids, now I gotta drop your ass because you fucking with my mind, Smokey. You fuck with my mind, you fuck with my emotions, you gotta go. You know what I mean? Just like that. Whether I love you or not, right? Anyways, like I said, he still is trying. He still has hope in his vision. He feels like in the end, it's going to be him and her, him and Melody, standing against the world, with the world in their hands. He feels this way. He feels like maybe there's something that he needed to go accomplish on his own to impress her. He feels like maybe if he could be successful or build something or pull something off, like I said, and impress her, he's being like the prodigal kid. He's trying to come back with something. No, I think that's the wrong story, because I think with the prodigal son, they left and squandered everything and then had to come back home. With him, he's leaving to go try to build something. He wants basically to go and get the bitch a kingdom. Not call her a B word, but you know what I mean? He wants to bring her a kingdom, and he feels like that will be, because the Ten of Pentacles is here, and he feels like that will be enough to show her that he's serious. He wants to provide for her. You know what I mean? But he wants to give her the world. I know y'all ain't gonna believe me, but but it's true. It's true. He wants to give her the world. It is true. He feels like that's the only thing that would be good enough to reconcile for the shit that he's done, right? So he's trying to like build like some relationships with people. He's trying to make new friends. He's trying to figure out a way to get out of his whole entire old circle. Maybe that's why, wasn't y'all saying like he got blocked by the Scots or some shit, which I don't think nobody cares about. But again, he could be energetically severing ties and relationships because he feels like he needs to erase his whole squad and, you know, get some new. He wants to bring something to the table. He wants to bring her something very valuable. You know what I mean? He's trying to figure out how to speak her language, love language or something, how to communicate with her better. This is what's on his mind. It really is. You know what I mean? He's trying to get ownership, like I said. He's trying to get wealth. He's trying to bring her back a kingdom. He thinks he pulled something off. He might be waiting to hear the final word about it because the Two of Wands is about getting results. But he feels like if these results go in his favor, that he's going to go get his family back, and that he's going to stand side by side as a man of equal to more value than her. And then that's where it's going to all come together. He thinks that in his mind, he understands now that they were not equally yoked, and he's trying to yoke himself up. You know what I mean? Now, listen, he may have to alter his course. I don't know, because like I said, some other shit could be going on, like legally or whatever, right? All right. So now in the end of the spread though is the Two of Cups, y'all. That's a union. That's a union. I'm gonna keep it honest. I don't see no other cards saying that they're going to get back together. So I don't want you guys to have a fit about them getting back together. But his outcome is the Two of Cups, which is a partnership. It is a marriage. It is healing. It is a sense of forgiveness. It is talking to my friend again. You know what I mean? However, it is crossed by the Page of Swords in reverse, and he's definitely going to have trouble getting to that road. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy for him. The charm that he had is no longer there. Like, he's not seen the same way. He's not able to finesse or fudangle or whatever they call it his way back in the situations, he has to come with something tangible. And for him, that tangible thing to come with is the money, the bag, the property, to be the king. Like, that's what he wants. You know what I mean? But at the same time, right now, he's still, you know, he's still sponging off people. You know what I mean? There's somebody that he's dealing with that he's, you know, he's still energy vampiring. He's still, yeah, you know what I mean? I think he's getting over on his friends. I don't know if his mom has money or whatever the financial situation is with her. I feel like he might even be getting like some money off of her, or maybe he tried to like take a loan on her house to try to invest in some property if she has a house, or he like asked for a loan from her pension. I don't know. Somebody asked me to read her, so maybe I'll look at her to see if she gave him some money from her pension or something like that, because there's somebody who he's getting money from. You know what I mean? Also, the thing is that Martell, he's still insecure. He's gonna be insecure for his entire life. That might not be something that Melly wants to take on. You know what I mean? She might not want to be with somebody like that, because it's never gonna change. That's who he is. But that could be astrologically speaking too. You know what I mean? Like, some people just, you know, have a basic insecurity. It's usually water signs. Cancer signs usually have that. Cancer. I have a lot of Cancer in my chart, but it's like a baseline insecurity that you have. You know what I mean? That's why you're on the forever search for security, whether it's materially, emotionally, in love, spiritually, whatever the situation may be. You know what I mean? So I show that he has that within him. The difference is the insecurity going to be motivating your future actions, or are you going to accept that about yourself and not have to overcompensate? You know what I mean? There's something he wants to achieve. It's going to be delayed. This is the Justice and the Six of Wands in reverse. They're both in reverse. I don't know if this is like a postponement of something legal or some money. Something's going on that he doesn't have any control over. I think this is just outside of his. I think this is on the outside, because he's very frustrated about something right now. You know what I mean? But it's something he has no control over. And with that Knight of Wands energy, I'm sensing like a temper, you know what I mean? Or I'm sensing him like gearing himself up to go to battle. You know what I mean? There's something that he's trying to accomplish that he's going to have to like stand up to. There's a betrayal here as well. But again, I feel like with all these kids here, I feel like that has something to do with a situation with a kid. And like I said, it could be stemming from that comment about having the baby as revenge. Or it could be him questioning paternity with the Sun card, the kid card, the Sun card in reverse, and the Justice card in reverse, and the Moon card representing secrets. And I have the Empress here. I don't know. There's some secret. There's some type of secret betrayal that Arionne has done or is going to do. You know what I mean? There's something like that. And I feel like exactly what he was trying to avoid with the, you know what I was talking about, the mortification and them trying to like stay in the path of their women or all the women that they've dealt with, not because they love them or they want to be with them, but to keep her from mortifying him. I feel like with this Moon card and Devil reverse, for some reason I'm getting that fears. I think that his greatest fears are going to come to pass anyway with the Justice in reverse. And I feel like that's an extension of karma, because it's like what you did to avoid a particular feeling, you facilitated fake feelings in somebody to protect yourself from getting mortified, or, you know, because he was previously publicly embarrassed about something. So you're pretending like you like somebody so much, but it's only to keep them from shaming you. You know, like for instance, if he did all this shit to his wife and then it turned out the side chick married another nigga, pinned a baby on him, got pregnant by another nigga, Arionne has very much betrayed him, or is betraying him, or going to betray him behind the scenes. But he hoovers, or he keeps contact with her to make sure that she keeps her betrayals under wraps. Right? But not because he loves her. But the karmic justice of the situation is that it's going to end up in a public betrayal anyway, some way, somehow. You know what I mean? And I see him as having a lot of anger and hostility around this. I have multiple cards of anger and hostility. Right? Yeah, and that's when shit is really gonna hit the fan, because it's gonna be a situation where he's powerless. He's gonna have resentment. You know what I mean? He's gonna think that it wasn't cool, wasn't fair, but I don't think he understands the deeper implication of what he did when he took his love for a whole nother person and made a whole different person feel like that was his love for her, and then she fell in love with his love for another person. Make it make sense, right? It's convoluted, you know what I mean? But I'll show that whatever the situation is, he gonna be going, his emotions is gonna be crazy. And we probably, listen, what they say, karma is a bitch, and if you lucky, God will let you watch or something like that. Listen, we might see it, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna find a balance or not, but he needs to learn how to stand on his own 2 feet and stop relying on outside influences to soothe him, because I feel like he got in this situation because he couldn't be alone. Like, let's be honest. But anyways, that's what I got from Martell today. Let me know what you guys think about this reading, and don't forget to like the video. Next up, I know you guys want to see Miss Marlene. I know you guys want to see Martell and Kimmy. I'm gonna do Bambi. I have a couple things that I want to do. But until then, like I said, like this video, make sure you're subscribed. We're kind of at a standstill, so I need to pick up the momentum. So those of you who are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.